Welcome to the last episode of Environmental Auditing series, and thanks for following us the whole season. So, the last content is about competence and the evaluation of auditors and our conclusion. How an individual program can be regarded as competence and how we're gonna evaluate those auditors. In general, competence and reliance in the audit process depend on the competence of those conducting the audit. The graph below demonstrates the competence not only required for the specific knowledge about auditing, but also asks for the high profile from the auditors. Based on that, we see the environmental auditing program have such a high requirement about the auditors. Therefore, a competent auditor should be diplomatic, ethical, observant, versatile, self-reliant, open-minded, and tenacious. By having all those personal attributes, we may succeed in the competence of environmental auditing program. On top of that, both quality management system auditors and environmental management system auditors are required to have generic knowledge and skills, such as audit principles, procedures, and techniques, management system and reference documents, organizational situations, and applicable laws, regulations, and other requirements relevant to the discipline. Besides that, especially for the audit team leaders, they are required to have broader generic knowledge and skills, such as to plan the audit and make effective use of resources during the audit, and to represent the audit team in communications with the audit client and auditee, and to provide direction and guidance to auditors in training, and to lead the team to reach the audit conclusions, and finally, to prevent and resolve conflicts between team member and clients. Particularly, quality management system auditors are required to have specific knowledge and skills, such as quality-related methods and techniques, and process and products, including services. While the environmental management system auditors are required to have specific knowledge and skills in environmental management methods and techniques field and environmental science and technology field. The former includes the environmental terminology, environmental management principles and applications, and environmental management tools. The latter, environmental science and technology, consists of the impact of human activities, interaction of ecosystems, and environmental media, management of natural resources, and finally, general methods of environmental protections. For a better understanding about the interaction of the auditee's activities, products, services, and operations with the environment, knowledge and skills in the technical and environmental aspects of operations should cover the sector-specific terminology, the environmental aspects and impacts, the methods for evaluating the significance of environmental aspects, critical characteristics of operational processes, products, and services, monitoring and management techniques, and finally, the technologies for the prevention of pollution. The 6 types of knowledge help auditors comprehend the auditee's operations better. Furthermore, a competent auditor should have the corresponding education, work experience, auditor training, and audit experience. They should firstly complete an education sufficient to acquire the knowledge and skills. Second, have work experience that contributes to the development of the knowledge and skills. Thirdly, complete auditor training that contributes to the development of the knowledge and skills. In addition, an audit team leader should have acquired additional audit experience to develop the extra knowledge and skills. Auditors in the second discipline, who audit both quality and environmental management systems, should have the training and work experience needed to acquire the knowledge and skills for the second discipline. And they should have conducted audit covering the management system in the second discipline under the direction and the guidance of an audit who is competent as an audit team leader in the second discipline. By the way, an audit team leader is one discipline should meet the above recommendations to become an audit team leader in the second discipline. Organizations should establish the levels of education, work experience, auditor training, and audit experience an audit needs to gain the knowledge and skills appropriate to the audit program by applying Step 1 and 2, which will be presented in this episode later. So the auditor evaluation in general, the evaluation of auditors and audit team leaders should be planned, implemented, and recorded in accordance with audit program procedures to provide an outcome that is objective, consistent, fair, and reliable. The evaluation process should identify training and other skill enhancement needs. The evaluation of auditors per se occurs at the following different stages. The initial evaluation of persons who wish to become auditors, and the evaluation of the auditors as part of the audit team selection process, and lastly, the continual evaluation of auditor performance to identify needs for maintenance and improvement of knowledge and skills. For the continual professional development, in summary, it's about the maintenance and the improvement of knowledge, skills, and personal attributes. In this development process, auditors should demonstrate their continual professional development. Activities should take into account the changes in the needs and the individual and the organization, the practice of auditing standards, and other requirements. Additionally, for retaining the auditing ability, an audit should maintain and demonstrate their auditing ability through regular participation in audits quality or environmental management systems. For the auditor evaluation process, if you still remember, we mentioned this process minutes ago. So in this process, firstly, we need to identify personal attitude, the knowledge and skills to meet the needs of the audit program. Secondly, set the evaluation criteria. Thirdly, select the appropriate evaluation method. And finally, conduct the evaluation. We have several different evaluation methods with their objectives and examples respectively. However, it seems so boring to listen to, so if you are really interested in these evaluation methods, we advise you to press the pause button and take a look about it. In the conclusion, the previous 6 different ISO standards have been compressed and simplified to the latest one, ISO 9011-2011. It's worth of noting that the ISO 9011 only provides the guidance, but it depends on the organization's way of applying their own audit requirement, which may match with their own operations too. This standard is very useful as it helps by monitoring the conformity with requirements such as product specifications or laws and regulations. Here coming to our Q&A section. So, what is environmental management method and techniques? So, the answer is B, environmental terminology. Did you get it right? By the end of the environmental auditing series, we would like to thank you for watching all the episodes, and we so appreciate having you alongside this series. We are looking forward to seeing you again in the future.